Hello, everybody. Today, welcome. So, we're going to be doing our first English class. Congratulations. This is English Pro with Matthew. Nice to see everybody. So, today we're going to be looking at food. Yes. So, the class goals for today is to review vocabulary related to food, to identify and describe meals, to order food for here or to go. We're also going to review the simple present tense. Okay, so let's um, we have meat and poultry. So these are some um, important food types under this category. So we have, for example, chicken. Number one. Number two is turkey. Okay. Number three is duck. Yes. Number three is one, two, three. Here we have duck. Yes. Number four is beef. Okay. Some people like to eat beef. Here we have beef. Number five is chop. No. For example, you can have a pork chop, or you can have maybe usually a pork chop. No, maybe you can have um, not really a meat chop. Perhaps you can have maybe a chicken chop, or a piece of chicken. Then we have ham. Number six would be ham. Okay, ham you would have with a sandwich, right? With a sandwich. And then number seven, we have pork. Okay, so you can have, for example, a pork sandwich, no? And then here we have number eight, ground beef or meatballs. So you make spaghetti many times with ground beef, right? So eight is right here, right? Or you can have it with meatballs, right? You can kind of scrunch it together and have um, meatballs. And of course, bacon. Okay, bacon. You have bacon with eggs, for example. Okay, and here we have eggs on the side also. So these are all very important meat and poultries. Next food category is seafood, right? So we have, for example, shrimp. Okay, so here we have shrimp, number one. Number two is fish. Okay, so we can have tuna, salmon, or trout, for example. We also would have, for example, crab. No, number three, crab. So that is something else that you can have. Mhm. Number four is lobster, right? So very important or very common restaurant, seafood restaurant, is Red Lobster in the U.S., for example. Oh, and then we have here mussels. Okay, then we have mussels. Many people are allergic to mussels. You have to be very careful with some seafood because they're commonly connected with um, food allergies, right? Okay, so these are very common seafood um, names, right? So once again, shrimp, fish, tuna, salmon, trout, crab, lobster, or mussel. Wow, now we move on to vegetables. Right, many people don't like vegetables very much, and some people like them a lot, right? It depends. Okay, so here we have squash. Okay, this is squash. This is a turnip. Turnip. hmm Cauliflower, right? They usually come very big, correct? Very, very big. Uh-huh. Then we have, for example, radishes. hmm Celery. Celery. Then we have scallions. Scallions. Okay. Then we have eggplant. Okay. Okay. Very delicious. You can make your eggplant with certain meal, even as a base. Um, Combined with another, maybe with a piece of chicken, for example. Okay, eggplants are very delicious. Mushrooms, you can have um, mushroom soup, or you can have, for example, in your sandwiches, you can put mushrooms. Okay, and also you can put it in your salads. Broccoli, very healthy, right? Very healthy and very popular to mix it with your like a side, right? With say you have meat, macaroni, and maybe put some broccoli on the side. Cucumbers, many oftentimes put in with sandwiches, right, or salads. Then we have the beet, not as common, but still useful. Okay, then we have, for example, the onion. The onion. Okay, here you onions, you can have it with your eggs, maybe you can have it in a sandwich, right? You can also put it in. It's used as a base to give flavor to your food, right? Then you have the pepper. You have the green pepper here, but you also have, for example, the red pepper or yellow pepper, right? You can put that even on your pizza if you like, right? And then we have the corn. Corn, right? Corn is very popular, a vegetable. You have that maybe with some butter and some salt as a snack. You can have it, right? Or even on the side of your meal too. Potatoes, yes, potatoes are vegetables. Potatoes are very healthy, but you have to be very careful. Boiled is better. Boiled is better than fried. And then we have carrots and peas. Yes, peas. I like peas. They're very good. Little green little balls. Okay. Then we continue with different types of vegetables. We have artichoke, asparagus, avocado, sweet potato, green beans, ginger, right? Ginger. We have ginger, onion, and olives. Okay, class. So I want you to maybe write in the chat what are some of your favorite vegetables and why? hmm So my favorite vegetable is the avocado. Why? I think that it is very creamy and tasty. Or maybe you like onions. I like to put onions in my salad. Okay, so now we move on to fruits. So here we have, for example, different types of fruits. So we have a pear, right? A pear is very um, juicy and sweet. Peach, right? Orange, right? They're orange, the color oranges. I like to have an orange. And apple, apples are red. Cherries, the cherries have a big seed in the middle. Then you have, for example, raspberries and strawberries. Yes, we have the lemon, grapes, bananas. You know what? I don't like bananas very much. I don't mind them in shakes, right? But usually I don't like them very much. Okay, watermelon, probably my favorite fruit, the watermelon. Then we have the pineapple, also very good, and kiwi. Kiwi are good, but they're a little bit expensive. No, these are tropical foods. Okay, tropical fruits maybe. Okay, and of course melons. We have melons. Okay, very good. So, what are some of your favorite fruits? Maybe you can write that in the chat or in the comment section. Then we have more fruits. We have plum, mango, mandarin, blueberry, cherry, coconut, pomegranate, and the gooseberry. Gooseberries are very delicious, very common in Latin America. Very, very um, um, tasty fruits for me, in my opinion. Cherries too, kind of expensive. Coconut, yes, very good, very yummy. Okay, so here, what fruits or vegetables do you see in the pictures? Okay, so now what I would like you to do is practice now, yes? So you can say, for example, I want you to combine different ones, right? Different fruits and vegetables which we have seen. And I want you to say, I see, and name them. No? So you can say, I see an orange. Also, no, I see a strawberry. Then do the same thing with vegetables. Okay, I see da 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 da. So practice, yes. So practice. I'll give you maybe some time, or maybe you can pause the video here and you can practice. Okay, so try to say as many fruits as you can without looking at the previous PPTs. How many names did you remember? Now we move on to dairy. So we have milk, yogurt, okay. Then we have cheese, okay. Cheese is good, but it's a little bit fattening if you have too much about it. Too much of it, right? Then we have butter. Then we have drinks. We have tea, coffee, soda, and beer. Okay, so what is your favorite drink? You like to have coffee in the morning. I like to have tea after tea. I like to have tea. hmm I like to have tea after dinner. Soda, not the healthiest thing. Maybe once every 2 weeks, no? Could be, it's possible. Beer, maybe you like to have a beer with your friends after work. Not too many, though. Okay, so tell me, please, what are some of your favorite drinks? Okay, more breakfast food. So we have jam, we have bread, we have cereal, we have toast, we have chocolate spread or Nutella. It's called Nutella. The name of the major company, is Nutella. Oat, Quaker oats or oatmeal. To make oatmeal. Oatmeal is healthy, very delicious in the morning. Then we have eggs. Boiled eggs probably better than scrambled, no? When you mix them in the frying pan. And then you have honey. Honey. Okay, now we have grains. So what do we have here? We have beans. We have lentils. Okay. We have nuts. We have chickpeas. Okay. We have peanut to make peanut butter. Raisins. Yeah, you can put this in your cakes. Raisins. Rice. You have white rice and you have brown rice. And we have wheat, used to make beer. Okay. Spices. Yummy, yummy, gives flavor to the food. So, what type of spices exist? We have salt, soy sauce, spicy sauce, sugar, oil, vinaigrette, we have vinegar, and we have ground pepper. Okay, so what are your favorite spices? Do you like all of them? Or you don't like any spice? Other food. Okay, so what other foods are there? Spaghetti, one of my favorite meals. Spaghetti. Pasta. Spaghetti is the actual meal, right? When you put all the ingredients together, when you go to a restaurant, you have spaghetti. You don't have to prepare, no, the spaghetti. It's ready for you. But pasta, you have to prepare it and make it at home. Hot dog and sausages. Hot dog and sausages. We have flour. Okay. Then we have French fries. Okay, not the healthiest thing. And this is McDonald's. McDonald's. Okay. hmm Then we have mustard, very common spice, or not really a condiment, really, that's used around the world, right? Ketchup also more popular, even. No, with you can have ketchup with your French fries, and mayonnaise. No, you can have mayonnaise with your sandwich. Okay, so now we have, for example, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What do you have for lunch? Okay, what do you have for lunch, for example? Okay, you can pause the video here and maybe you could say, I have spaghetti for lunch. I have meat and potatoes, or I have a hamburger. Okay, you can say, I have orange juice and spaghetti with tomato sauce for lunch. Okay, so Ask and answer. What do you usually have for breakfast? Okay, and here are some prompts. I eat, da da da. I drink, da da da. I have, da da da. Okay, there we go. So you can answer, you can practice, yeah? Okay, then do you eat any meat, seafood, or poultry? Which ones? Yes, I do, right? I eat, da 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 da. Also, da 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 da. What grains and drinks do you usually consume? Okay, I usually eat, da 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 da, and drink, da 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 da. What food or drinks don't you like? Okay, so maybe you can say, I don't like beer. I don't like um, pizza. hmm So you can practice here. Okay, let's look now at a restaurant. Okay, so here we have a restaurant. This is what we would call a formal restaurant. Yes, a formal restaurant. Yes. You would probably wear like a suit or a tie to go here. Okay, probably expensive. No, this looks more like a formal restaurant. Okay, so now we have different uh, menus. No, what do we have in the morning, at lunch, or at dinner, for example. hmm So we have, for example, donuts, right? You can have donuts for breakfast, right? Not very healthy, but it's possible. You can have pancakes, okay? Also possible. And you can also have fruit salad, perhaps, okay? Or sausages, right? These are common breakfast meals. Okay, now here we have main dishes, for example. We have chicken, right? We have beef, we have seafood dishes, or we have fish dishes. So these are the main kind of staple, no? The main dishes, right? Chicken, beef, seafood, and fish. Extras. Okay, we kind of went through these before, but let's kind of go back. So you can have also French fries, salad on the side. So if you have a hamburger, an extra, you can say French fries, right? So if you go to a restaurant, you say, "Oh, I would like a hamburger," and the waiter or waitress will say, "Well, do you want it to have French fries?" And or maybe you want to have an extra or a side of salad. You can have maybe a soup. First, you can have your soup, and then you can have your main meal. It's also possible, right? A soup, and then you would have your spaghetti, for example. Uh-huh. And then we have rice. Maybe you can ask for some rice on the side, right? Extra bowl of rice as an extra. Okay, some desserts. Yummy. Apple pie. Looks very good, right? Then we have cookies. Cookies, right? So this is what you have after your main meal, right? After the dinner or lunch comes the dessert, right? Cookies, for example. Remember, it's desserts, not desert, desserts. Please remember that, yes? Then we have, okay, drinks, right? As we kind of mentioned it before, you can have maybe a beer after your meal or a wine. Okay, so practice these words. Okay, so we have ask and answer now. What's your favorite restaurant? So I want you to think, what is your favorite restaurant? And what do you order there? Okay, please remember, yes, class? Remember, my favorite restaurant is always make a complete sentence. Don't just say, what's your favorite restaurant? McDonald's. No, always come back with a nicely stated sentence. My favorite restaurant is, and I order, right? For example, ordering food. Okay, so here we have ordering food. You order food, could be at the restaurant, right? So after you've sat down, the waiter will come up to you and ask you, okay. So it can as you can be for here or to go. hmm and you can also waiting in line to order, right? You can also when you go to McDonald's, maybe, for example. So here you're sitting down for here, and one is to go. You grab your food and you leave. Uh-huh. To go, to take, right? To take out. Ordering now. Ordering food. I'd like a soup and salad, please. Yes. Okay. What can I get you? The server would say, for example. I'd like a soup and salad, please. Would you like anything to drink? Orange juice, please, right? Nice to say please afterwards, right? Okay. So here's the waiter, the server, and here are the customers. Okay. And here we have a special orange flavored drink. Okay. So here we have, for example, no, kind of a role play so you can practice. Welcome to Don Vittorio's. What's your order? Hi, I'd like a chicken sandwich, please. All right, that comes with mixed vegetables or French fries. The mixed vegetables. Okay, anything to drink? Yes, I'd like a glass of orange juice, please. Is that for you? Is that for here or to go? For here. Sure. I'll get back to you in a minute. Thank you. Okay, so this is like a common conversation you would have while you are ordering food. Okay, so you can practice this too. Okay, so let's try another. Welcome to La Romana. I'm Vittorino. I will be your server. What can I get you? Hi, Vittorino. I'd like a vegetarian pizza and garlic bread, please. All right. Would you like anything to drink? Yes, I'd like a glass of wine, please. Would you like anything else? No, that's all for now. Okay, your order will be ready in 20 minutes. That's fine. Thanks. Now let's move on to the simple present. Let's do some grammar. So here we have, for example, um, use the simple present to talk about habits, traditions, facts, real information, and routines. Okay? So we have, for example, the structure. We have the subject plus verb plus complement. Okay? So let's look at some examples. I study English. So repeat I study English. You work in New York. We drink tea at 5. They eat eggs every day. Okay, so here we go. Let's continue. He goes to school. She walks to work. My rabbit eats fruits and vegetables. So as you can see here, class, we have he, she, and the rabbit, it. It eats, right? She eats. I eat. She eats, right? So we have to conjugate the verb with an S here. Okay. So let's look at some rules here. Spelling. In general, add S runs, drinks, in verbs with S, SS, SH, CH, Z, and O, add ES. So kiss, we have double S, right? So we have to add an ES. Finish, it's not, it's ES. Watch, watches. Fix with an ES, fixes. Buzz, buzzes. Goes, ES. Mhm. Oh, number 3, in consonant plus Y verbs, drop the Y and add IES. Okay, so studies, cries. You take the Y off. Okay, then here we have irregular verbs have and has. Okay. Note, make modification only for he, she, it in positive sentences, not in negatives or questions. So here we have some um, uh, examples. Yes. So my sister reads a book. Frank likes dogs. My parents do the shopping. We sometimes meet in front of the cinema. My uncle Jack goes to the doctor's office. Our friends play soccer in the park. She studies Chinese. Mario rides his bicycle every day. Okay, so now let's look at some more examples. We have the subject, do or do not, or not or don't, plus verb plus complement. I don't eat hamburger. You don't speak Japanese. We don't drive a car. They don't have cell phones. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so we have subject plus does not or doesn't plus verb plus complement. He doesn't sleep in the mornings. She doesn't ride a bike. The turtle doesn't move fast. Okay, so this is with does and doesn't. So remember, note, use does not or doesn't with he, she, it to make sentences negative. So this is a bicycle class. Bicycle. This is a bed. This is a turtle or a tortoise. Okay, so here we have I don't like chicken. My sister doesn't eat pasta. They don't play soccer. We don't buy pizza in the supermarket. My cousin Luis doesn't go to the bank. My parents don't dance in a party. You don't study Chinese. Mario doesn't write poems. Okay, okay, okay. So now here we have some examples. I go to my university. She read. What would be the correct way? She, is that correct? She reads a book. He don't know the answer. Is that correct? No. Where's the mistake here? Hmm. Have you spotted it yet? Okay. He doesn't know the answer. He doesn't know the answer. Okay. They doesn't work at night. No. They, perfect bell. They don't work at night. You studies English? You studies English? Is that right? No. You study English. Okay, number 6. We want to eat pizza. Correct, right? We want to eat pizza. She doesn't does her homework? Is this correct? Where's the mistake? Yes, she doesn't do her homework. He has a dog. So make a modification only for he, she, it in positive sentences, in negatives or questions. Use the auxiliary and verb in base form. Okay, class. So what I would like you to do now is we have, okay, some questions here or some exercises. So what I would like you to do is put the correct one in properly conjugated, right? Okay, so let's go back. So they blank frappuccinos every day. They, right. Okay, so put the correct answers in the boxes. Now, write 5 sentences about you or people you know. Include routines and facts. Use the simple present. My sister drinks a lot of water every day. For example, I don't like onions. They are awful. My wife buys clothes online sometimes. My friend bakes a cake on Sunday afternoon. I play video games on Saturday. Okay, so I would like you to make your own sentences, please put them in the comments section. I'll look them over for you. Okay, so once again, you are making 5 sentences. These are some prompts for you. Yes, I'm modeling here for you so you can, what you would obviously you would make your own sentences, but these are some models here. Yeah, these are some examples for you. Okay, now we have questions with the present simple. Okay, so here we have auxiliary verb plus subject plus verb base form plus complement. Okay, so here we have auxiliary verbs, right? We have do, I, you, they, we, does, he, she, it. Okay, so do you like soda? Yes, I do. No, I don't. I like juice. Okay, do we play basketball? Yes, we do. No, we don't. We play soccer. Do they eat sushi? Yes, they do. No, they don't. They eat lasagna. Okay, so this is the structure. We have the auxiliary verb, do or does, subject, you, for example, the base verb, right, like, play, eat, and the complement. Okay, so here we have some more examples. Does he bake cakes? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. He buys them. Does she eat meat? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. She eats fish. Does it play with you? Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. It sleeps a lot. Okay. So now let's look at these sentences. Do you like chicken? Does my sister eat pasta? Do they play soccer? Do we buy pizza in the supermarket? Does my cousin Luis go to the bank? Do my parents dance in a party? Do you study Chinese? Does Mario write poems? Of course, here, little mistake with does my with a small m, of course. Do small t, do we small w, does m small m, of course. These are all small m's, right? Because it's not the first word of the sentence, of the question. Okay, so now, yes or no questions. Using the simple present, then ask and answer the questions. Do you play soccer? Does your sister work on the laptop? Okay, so answer these questions. For example, no, I don't. I play tennis. Yes, she does. She works on her laptop every day. Okay, class. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the first lesson at English Pro. Keep on working. You'll do it.